Welcome to Nerd Talk, the podcast that talks about comics and everything in between. Now, here are your hosts, Dylan and Ian.
So yeah, you guys just heard our new awesome intro, which was done by John Bailey. He's the same guy who does the Honest trailers, voiceovers, and tons of other stuff. He's a professional voice actor, and he's awesome. And so, yeah, decided it's time to get an intro, and that's amazing. Anyways, today, we're back.
We're back, snitches!
And, a lot of news is announced while we're gone, but we're not gonna, talk about all of it. We'll talk about some of the more recent stuff.
I still hate, Felicity.
Well, yeah, everyone does. But yeah, let's start off with the newest, which is the Force Awakens teaser on Instagram.
The one shot of the lightsaber, which was
cool.
awesome.
It was great. I
loved
loved it. I still have my things about J.J. Abrams though.
I think it's kind of weird that they just meet in a forest. It's kind of just hey, what's up? We're here.
Well, we don't know how it happens in the movie.
Maybe it's a Luke scene from episode 5.
Kylo Ren is stumbling all drunk and everything.
That's what it looks like. It looks like it's gonna be an ending battle.
He just had the crap beat out of him.
Yeah, they just had a huge fight.
Or survived some explosion, or maybe he flew out of a Sarlacc pit.
Are you trying to say Kylo Ren is Boba Fett? Without a jetpack, he ditched a jetpack because he knew the jetpack was bad news for him.
Well, he only used it twice, and the second time he used it, he flew into a Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, flying.
That's not any better. It's not very good statistics.
He didn't mean to use it that time. Remember Han?
Yeah.
Han hit it.
Yeah, but that's if he actually hit, you'd be oh, okay, I can fly up. Nope. He doesn't. Because he's Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Where? Anyways, we also got the Civil War teams announced. And I don't know about you, but it looks like Captain America's team's going to get their butt whooped by the way this is. Look at these teams. Okay, Captain America, we got Hawkeye, we got Sharon Carter, we got Captain America himself, Falcon, Red Wing, who's his sort of sidekick, except now he's not an actual Falcon, he's mechanical, and Winter Soldier. For Iron Man side, we have War Machine, Black Widow, Iron Man, Black Panther, and Vision.
Isn't Ant-Man on his side?
Oh yeah, Ant-Man's on. I forgot. Ant-Man's on Hawkeye's shoulder. Man, it really seems kind of lopsided.
I thought there were gonna be more heroes.
Same here. This seems really disappointing.
Yeah, it feels like it's a letdown right now. I felt like there's gonna be I think Thor wasn't probably gonna be in it, but I don't know. I felt I guess there's not that many heroes they've established, but. Wasn't Spider-Man gonna switch sides, sort of?
Yeah, so if they follow the comics, but who knows what they're gonna do.
That feels really not as big as I thought it was going to be.
Anticlimactic? I don't know how you can call this a war. Civil War was about all the heroes.
There's 5 on each team.
Yeah, it's whoa, it's more like a small battle.
It's going to be a bunch of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. It's going to be a bunch of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that's going to be in it.
And then they're going to save everyone before they can drop a giant island.
Yeah. Who sided Ultron?
We're not leaving till we save everyone.
My thing that doesn't make sense is wouldn't Jarvis side with Captain America? That's what I think.
No, because Jarvis is his butler, but it doesn't make any sense.
But he was worthy to lift Thor's hammer.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why Black Panther's on Iron Man's side. That's what doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I think they didn't really know what to do with him after, because he was supposed to be the Spider-Man character everyone was talking about. And then Spider-Man, they got Spider-Man, so they probably really didn't know what to do with him. They're kind of ugh.
But seriously, let's look at the matchup. Black Widow already kicked the crap out of Hawkeye in Avengers.
That's bull. They're going to be fighting the new one, too.
Yeah, I know. And then she's probably going to be the double agent.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely.
Her whole thing doesn't even make sense for her being on Iron Man's side, at all. Black Panther makes the least sense. He would, stay out of this, because this was a United States thing. Well, this is,
who'd they say? Didn't they say Bucky killed his dad, and that's why?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
That's why he's on Iron Man's side, because he's trying to hunt Bucky.
Yeah. Well, let's look at this. So, Vision. Captain America's the only one who could beat Vision. That's it. No one else would stand a chance against Vision.
Well, where's is it Scarlet Witch on his side?
What? No, she's not in. She wasn't revealed at all. We don't know what she's doing.
I thought all the new Avengers. Well, she's in the movie though.
We don't know.
I thought what I heard was the opening scene is him fighting with the new Avengers, and then something really bad happens overseas, and that's what causes them to
Civil War.
Yeah. It causes the government to divide them. So I heard so who's the new Avengers? It's Falcon, it's Scarlet Witch, and Vision.
Yeah, that's the thing though.
They're probably gonna hide
They're taking Scarlet Witch out because she's so powerful. That's why they're taking her out, because she's reshaped the Marvel universe and stuff. She's got rid of mutants. It was weird, House of M and all that crap. But so they're taking her out. So that's the thing though, because you gotta look at it. Captain America and Iron Man are obviously going to be the two fighting, and that takes Captain America out, who is obviously the best on that side. You've got Bucky, who could easily take down Black Widow. He's done it many times. He's done it before in the comics. Like, he took Black Widow out like she was nothing. And so then that leaves, like, what, War Machine? War Machine and Bucky, well, War Machine and Falcon are going to fight, but I see, like, War Machine be... They're both the sidekicks that...
They're both black.
They're both the sidekicks that fly.
You hear this guy, Dylan, the racist?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely it. Hold on. Who doesn't think those two are going to fight? Look at that.
I don't know. Well, who's Sharon Carter going to fight? Black Panther?
No, she might fight Black Widow.
We already know that from the footage that Scarlett Johansson is fighting Hawkeye.
Footage? We got footage?
They showed the trailer at Disney. You didn't read that?
No.
They showed the trailer at Disney, and like the first part of the trailer is her and Hawkeye fighting, and she's like, "Are we still friends?" And he says, "Depends on how hard you hit me." So those two fight each other.
I figured they were gonna fight each other, but I don't know who Sharon's gonna fight. She
just looks so out of place among everyone.
Yeah, because everyone else is a hero, and then it's Sharon Carter.
She's just in it to kill Captain America. Oh, they also said like in the footage it was showing Captain America and somebody else fighting Crossbones together.
I can't wait for that. I'm hoping that fight's gonna be awesome.
Whose side do you think Crossbones is gonna be on, guys?
Crossbones isn't a hero.
Yeah, but
Crossbones is a villain.
I don't care.
He's against everyone.
Yeah, but
talking about he's a Nazi.
What? Captain America's team would get his butt beat.
Oh yeah, because Captain America's like the only one that can really. If we're talking comics wise, it'd be a little different because Hawkeye could actually do something. But in the movies, Hawkeye already got his butt kicked by Black Widow. So like now,
they make Black Widow the most overpowered character. It's like Mystique in the X-Men movies. They make her so overpowered.
Well, what'd she really do besides beat up Hawkeye? See, you can't name anything. You're like, oh, she's so OP. All she did was beat Hawkeye. That's not overpowered.
What did she do in the Avengers?
Absolutely. Well, no, she took like Loki's spear or whatever and stuck it through the thing.
Where's Bruce Banner at? That's what I really want to know.
Remember, he left at the end of Age of Ultron.
Yeah, he's so convenient that he always leaves and comes back when they need him.
But that's the thing, like, Marvel's like, instead of making this an all-out epic war, let's take out the powerful characters.
Well, because then they'd have to show actual destruction. Like,
Iron Man still got some powerful characters.
Is Iron Man's not trying to kill anybody, though, right?
We'll have to wait till the movie comes out.
Did he try and kill people in the what do you call it, the comics?
He wasn't trying to kill people, he's trying to get them to register.
Regardless, we need Deadpool in this movie.
Deadpool's not going to be in this movie. I can't wait for Deadpool, though.
Yeah, when you look at the teams, it's like, wow, like it's like a 10-person Civil War. Like when you hear
I know,
Civil
that's
War,
not a war.
You expect like armies.
That's not a war. That's what you had in the comics. You had armies. You had everyone was fighting against. It was awesome, and like Captain America's team had to go underground, and now it's basically Captain America's team versus Shield and Iron Man's team. That's it. It's so. Hopefully. That's just disappointing, but because I was hoping they'd bring Daredevil, Punisher, and all that.
You knew they were gonna bring Daredevil.
That'd be great, yeah, because Daredevil would add consequences. And we can't have that in the MCU.
He'd definitely be on Captain America's side.
Oh yeah, Daredevil would be so great, and Punisher would be be great. But anyways,
they never do that. Can't go dark.
And
Kevin Feige.
But hey, they're making tons of money from it, so. Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting that Ant-Man didn't make as much money as they were hoping. Avengers 2 didn't make as much money as they were hoping. So I like to see what's going to be their next movie. It's going to be Civil War, right? Which I like to see how much that makes because I think people are starting to really get sick, like I am, of Marvel, of the Disney Marvel. And they're just kind of like, I mean, because Avengers 2 was hyped to like the max, and that didn't come close to what Avengers 1 did.
Because it was literally copying and pasting Avengers 1.
And so everyone's kind of like...
It's all it did. And then it was like, it was so stupid. I enjoyed Avengers Age of Ultron. But like, there was just a lot that made me angry about that movie. We're not leaving till we save every single person on this island.
Well, see, Captain America could do that, but it was just the whole...
But yeah, there
was no consequence for them doing that.
I understand him wanting to save everyone. But like, literally, they saved everyone. Ultron was such a terrible villain.
He was.
They had perfect casting for it. James Spader was wasted. He could have been so great.
You can make a sarcastic villain if he's serious. He wasn't serious. You just never felt...
Like, that's the thing. People are like, so you're saying you can't have a scary villain that jokes? Look at Joker. Joker's terrifying.
I mean...
And he's
Heath Ledger's
hilarious.
Joker really didn't make that many jokes.
No, I'm not talking about Heath Ledger's.
Like
Look at Jack Nicholson's Mark Hamill's Joker.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Hamill's hilarious, and I'm terrified of him.
Well,
that's perfect.
That's the character, the way it was written. I'm trying to think of...
No, that's Mark Hamill's performance as well.
Oh, yeah, Mark Hamill does a fantastic job.
And Jack Nicholson did a good job, too. Like, I laughed at some of the stuff Jack Nicholson said at the same time.
Yeah.
He was creepy. Like, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Wow. But anyways, our next bit of news is George Miller is rumored to be directing Man of Steel 2. This is a rumor.
That's rumored to be put on permanent hold.
I know, because of Ben Affleck.
I didn't hear that. I heard
it's because they want to go all out with like Batman and stuff, and that's why Man of Steel's on permanent hold. Rumored again. The
rumors I read was because they didn't know where to put the Superman movie in at right now, so they're kind of just.
I heard that too, but I heard it's because of Batman.
I bet it is, but
like
they probably are sick of hearing everyone complain about Man of Steel.
Here's my thing: they need to stop jumping the gun. And my thing is also look at the fan rating on like Rotten Tomatoes. It got like a 71%. The fans like Man of Steel.
But you never hear those fans. All the fans you hear are the ones that complain.
My Twitter feed, I see it all the time. Watching Man of Steel for the 100th time.
Yeah, but look at everyone out there. Most people say, I mean.
No, most people enjoy the movie.
Did you even talk about watching what is it? People on YouTube that sit there and just
there are a lot of people who hate the movie, but I will say a majority. Even Rotten Tomatoes, it's got like a 50-something%. That's still more people that like it than don't.
I don't know.
And that's critics. Fans loved it, especially now. Like I see a lot of people coming around to Man of Steel.
I still haven't seen that.
I have.
I see a lot of people complaining about it. Not. I mean, I guess I see some of it why, but like, Man of Steel's so much more refreshing. What you need to do is watch about 4 or 5 Marvel movies and then put Man of Steel on, and if you love the Marvel movies, then you'll hate Man of Steel. But but you should get sick of the formula by the 5th one, and then you'll be like, damn, something actually is about to happen. Superman actually had to make a decision. You know, he had to make a decision.
We're talking about at the end of Guardians when
oh my gosh.
he had an Infinity Gem, and there was only one way you could stop him. Dance battle.
I'll tell you right now. I am probably the one person you'll hear that does not like Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought it was a good movie, but the more I've heard people how much they love it, the more I hate it. So I am because that is the quintessential Marvel movie. We just joke all the time. Nothing bad is ever gonna happen. Yeah, one person died in that.
I just want to say something real quick. On our Marvel vs. DC podcast, someone put, "Wow, I thought this was a Marvel vs. DC podcast. Now the bashing on Marvel podcast. Now I see what they're talking about."
Hey,
except this isn't unwarranted though. What we're saying.
Hey! Whoever that is commenting on that.
I trolled him so bad. It was hilarious. I was updating people on Twitter about it. I was talking. I made the guy go legit serious with it. It was great.
Marvel. I'm not talking about the comics. I don't read the comics, so I can't. I don't read.
I do. So comics are great. My problem is I'm getting sick of Secret Wars. Everything's a spinoff, and it's like, get me back to normal Marvel, please. But some of the spinoffs are amazing.
Their movies have the same formula. Ain't nothing. I mean, this is like the 4th time I've ranted about this.
I know.
But there's just nothing serious about it. Age of Ultron. The island comes up, and nothing happens. There's no Quicksilver dies. Well, they don't even tell you if he's dead or not because he has the ability to heal. And even that was just he jokes right as he dies. What did he say?
Didn't see that coming.
Something like that. Yeah, didn't see that coming, did you? Just falls over. It was just kind of is he actually dead?
And, Joss Whedon was talking about how he's faster than a bullet. It's apparently not.
Now don't get me started about how Ultron could fly and use the plane instead. Oh my gosh.
Ultron. Well, this isn't an Age of Ultron rant or a Guardians rant or anything.
I love Chris Pratt, but Guardians of the Galaxy is the most overrated Marvel movie.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. He had an Infinity Gem and he got beaten in a dance battle and then they all held hands.
Kumbaya, man. Kumbaya.
Anyways, George Miller directing Man of Steel 2. Rumored. Don't
like that.
Well, yeah, you hated Fury Road. I loved Fury Road.
I liked it.
You came out with the worst look on your face. You hated it.
I got sick of the repetitive action of just car flipping after car flipping after car.
I loved it. It was great. It was awesome. I wanted an action movie that was actually an action movie, but my only problem was
Man of Steel's an action movie.
Yeah, but we're talking about not comic book movie. We're talking about action movies.
Bourne had action.
That was forever
I
ago.
don't care.
You realize the last time Bourne came out with Matt Damon? Yeah, that was a while ago.
2008, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
But my problem was when people are like, this is the best action movie of the year. It's like John Wick.
John Wick was really good.
John Wick was great.
But anyhow, Fury Road, I don't know. I liked what was the one you showed me? The first one?
Road Warrior.
I really like Road Warrior.
I like Road Warrior better, but Fury Road's great
But
too.
Fury Road for me just didn't do it. I got sick of all the action. I like Nicholas Holt's character, although it was so predictable he was going to die.
Oh yeah.
And like I don't know. What's the last movie you've seen that wasn't that predictable? I mean, if you really think about it.
Last movie, Gone Girl. I did not know what was gonna happen in Gone Girl.
Yeah, I guess at the end I didn't really know she was gonna kill him. Spoiler alert.
You did. You just fake spoiled alert.
So I'm talking about Ben Affleck.
What are you talking about? Neopet.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, at the end, that doesn't. Anyways, that movie came out last year, anyways, and it's not
superhero movies. That's why I love the Dark Knight trilogy. Was because I mean the last one.
I love some of the Dark Knight trilogy.
That's why I think the Dark Knight's my favorite comic book movie, because that movie put Batman and made Batman make choices that whether what happened, good or bad. I'm kind of going off topic here.
Yeah. So, anyways, George Miller. Ian's not happy about it. If again,
I don't know if he can write a story.
My thing is he's big on visual storytelling. Road Warrior had a great story.
I don't know if he can write dialogue well.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Like, my thing is, they could get someone else to write it. Like, Snyder didn't write Man of Steel.
Yeah, that was mostly...
He had input on it, but he didn't write it.
What do you call it?
Anyways, like, I don't know. My problem is I don't know if George Miller would respect the source material. I don't know. I know Snyder does. That Man of Steel was great. Like, they ripped so much straight out of the comics. Like, that whole part where he's like, I want to be your son to Jonathan Kent. That was straight out of Secret Origin.
That was mostly Nolan, what's his name? Goyer, because they wrote that. And, you know, Snyder had his, like, you know, his directorial stuff, but they wrote that. Like, that was all them.
Yeah. I want Snyder back. Miller, I'm iffy because I don't know if he'd respect the source material.
Miller's only done, like, 4 or 5 movies, like...
No, he's done 4 Mad Max movies. He's done 2 Happy Feet movies,
yes.
and then he's done at least like 7 or 8 movies. I think.
The only reason I can see him wanting him is because he made a ton of money with Mad Max for an R-rated movie, and people loved it, but they didn't really love it because of Max. You look at most of the reviews love it because of Furioso. So
Furiosa, not Furioso.
I don't want them to take a Man of Steel movie and make it all about, I don't know, Lois Lane or someone, you know?
You're not going to do that. You wouldn't do it. Ian, that's one... Literally, he does have a problem with, like, the whole main character, because if you watch the first ever Mad Max, it was about Goose.
He has a problem with making the main character the main character.
But Road Warrior, it still was not really about Max still.
No, none of them really were about Max. Like,
Max was always just kind of there, and he was awesome.
He's like the centerpiece, but he's not like the story. He's just like the story, like the thread.
The story happens around him.
Yeah,
like, it just happens.
I think about the story like with Superman, like where Superman's kind of just like there. Like, you don't want that.
But Happy Feet was about Happy Feet.
That was a terrible movie. I hate those movies.
You saw the second one? I only seen the first one.
Of it. Because Superman is probably, everyone calls him boring. I remember I was watching some video the other day on YouTube and everyone was talking about how boring of a character he is and stuff. I don't agree with it, but it does take a special way to make you care about the character of Superman because he is so godlike.
That's what I like about Superman is the fact that you can't just be any writer and make him good. You can literally take from the bottom of the barrel and get someone like Frank Miller to write a good Batman story. See, that's what I'm saying. Superman, you have to get a good writer to write him. Batman, you can get someone like Frank Miller who does so much crappy stuff but can do good Batman stories, like he did with Year One. But then you look at other stuff he's done, like, what was his Holy War book, All-Star Batman and Robin. Like, he's done some terrible stuff. But Superman, it takes a good writer.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, the movie.
Because he's such a great character.
I'm talking about movie universe. Because everyone already has an opinion of Superman.
They cracked it, though. They cracked the code. They were like, hey, instead of doing crappy stuff, why don't we just borrow from the comics? It was like, oh my gosh. And someone needs to tell the showrunners on The Flash that.
So why don't they borrow from the comics, like when Superman and Batman met, and like the last comic book you were telling me how Superman just grabbed his grapple and just brought him up.
Oh, and Lex Luthor, Man of Steel, that was great.
Why don't they do that, Dylan?
What? Because the whole movie is called Batman v Superman, and it'll be over in like 2 minutes. That was great. So Batman was holding the kryptonite. Superman used his super breath, blew the kryptonite out of his hand, went over. Batman tried to grapple. He grabbed the grapple, flew up, dropped Batman. Bat was able to grapple back. Then he came and just knocked him straight out.
Are we talk about the Zod rumor at all?
Oh yeah, the flippers. I'm wondering if Michael Shannon's just trying to throw people off.
I honestly think it's Doomsday. I honestly think that's what they're gonna have. I
think Doomsday's a mermaid now.
I don't think. I don't know how he's gonna look, but I think it is going to be Doomsday.
What do you think he's gonna do in Batman v Superman then?
Well, obviously he's gonna wreck that town wherever it is. I don't know what it is.
I don't think they're gonna do that purely because hold on. Purely because that would be a waste of a Death of Superman film.
No.
Death of Superman would bring in more money than any other superhero.
They're going to make a Death of Superman movie.
Yeah, I know.
That's going to be the next Man of Steel movie.
So you're telling me they're just going to cut off with Doomsday, or they're going to beat him in this one? That's so retarded. Hold up.
I'm trying, because obviously Wonder Woman's fighting somebody powerful there, which we all know from the comics that Wonder Woman can't compete with Doomsday.
What? Yeah. She's got her butt kicked every time.
But obviously she's going to be fighting him.
I think it's either Bizarro, Cyborg Superman, or maybe Metallo.
See, I'd love to see Cyborg Superman because he beats the crap out of people.
Yeah, he's great. Hank Henshaw's amazing.
Yeah.
He's so cool. When he came back to Apocalypse and he brought Doomsday back, and so that was amazing.
I think it's Doomsday because he's so recognizable, and they're saving. It's obviously not Darkseid because Darkseid's gonna be the Justice League villain.
Oh yeah, it's not Darkseid.
I don't. Who's the other one you said?
What? That's Cyborg Superman. I said Cyborg Superman, Bizarro, or Metallo.
I don't see it as Bizarro.
The thing is, you see Wonder Woman blocking a giant laser or whatever.
I think what's happening is I think what's gonna happen in this movie is I don't think he's gonna be full on Doomsday. I think he's gonna be transforming into Doomsday and going destroying
stuff. So we're getting
stuff.
Michael Shannon back.
Sort of it's he's transforming. That's why he has the lasers, and then they're gonna beat him, and then he's gonna they're gonna kill him. And then he's going to come back as the Doomsday we all know.
That'd be retarded.
I think that's what they're going to do.
Because Doomsday has such a cool origin for a villain. He was created on, prehistoric Krypton.
And then
that
origin you're not
they,
getting.
cloned this baby a billion times. And they'd throw him out into the wild. Because prehistoric Krypton was, the hardest planet to survive on. It was so harsh and everything.
Get over it.
Throw him out into the wild, die, take the carcass, clone it again, throw it out there until it was finally able to survive. And it
My only issue is the report.
And went planet to planet. It was awesome.
The report I read that's saying he's Doomsday says that there's a Doomsday genome in Zod, and if that's the case, does everyone that was bred to be a warrior have that Doomsday genome?
I don't know.
If that does, then maybe this isn't the actual Doomsday. Maybe it's just one of so many.
Yeah.
But. No, Wonder Woman can't go toe-to-toe with Doomsday, and I think...
Yeah, but it's the movie, so of course they're going to have her be able to.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, and that's what I'm gonna hate. Obviously, we're going to see Aquaman in the movie. I don't know what he's going to do. He's probably going to be mad at Superman for some reason.
I don't know what they're going to do.
Obviously, what's going to happen is at the end, Batman and Superman are going to, have to
become besties.
Work together, of course, every movie.
I just want the Jeff Loeb Batman and Superman. They have the best relationship when Jeff Loeb wrote it.
I think they're going to have a good relationship after they fight, of course. They got to fight first. And everyone...
But the thing that, did you see the interview with Henry Cavill where he was the only person that can beat Superman is himself?
Yeah.
Because they were can he beat him? And he's literally no. He's the only way to beat Superman is he has to beat himself. And I really liked seeing that, especially when he's going against someone like Batman. I love the fact, in every interview with Henry Cavill, he brings up the comics all the time. It's, great.
I'm just scared that they're going to make Batman the centerfold of the DC universe.
Well, according to these rumors, they are. We'll see.
I mean, the movie's already been screened a bunch of times. That was a rumor for a long time until the studio executive confirmed it.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure it's Doomsday. I'm really certain.
I don't think it is. Because I don't think they'd waste that opportunity. Because it'd be so stupid if they brought Doomsday in and he got beat, or they cut it off and it was continued in Death of Superman.
Well, they could send him to the Phantom Zone.
That would be so stupid to beat Doomsday so quickly. The first time he came in the comics, he killed Superman.
Yeah, but I think they want to introduce you to the character so you already know who he is when Man of Steel 2 happens.
No, that's retarded. It's way better to have a character that's so
they're
mysterious.
They're rushing their universe.
I don't care.
So that's why they're rushing Doomsday.
Well, I don't think so. I don't think they'd rush Doomsday. Because I think when he comes out, it's going to be a Death of Superman movie. Because it was so much cooler to have this villain that came out of nowhere that was super mysterious that you didn't know anything about. Instead of, hey, that's that guy that they beat in 2 seconds and threw in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, but they can explain it by saying, he comes right back to life and he's stronger and he's better and you can't,
No, that'd be stupid. That's what made him so cool is the fact that at his base level he killed Superman.
I want you guys in the comments to tell us what do you think could happen with Zod? Do you think Zod's Doomsday, or who do you think Wonder Woman fights in the movie?
I don't think Michael Shannon would be stupid enough to say, "Hey, I was wearing flippers." I think he's trying to throw people off. Because you really think Michael Shannon would be like a professional actor would be like, I was wearing flippers and trying to get out of the bathroom.
That reminded me of when they asked Jeremy Renner whose side Hawkeye was on, and he was like, Captain America, and they're like, why? It's like, I don't know, they wrote it that way. It worked for me. Like, that's the answer. You're like, why is Hawkeye on Captain America's side? Well, they wrote it that way.
Anyways, we got something with Han Solo, the new young Han Solo movie. This just happened today. Humberto Gonzalez, who's a guy on Twitter that always tweets like, hey, I know who's going to be cast in this movie, and he's wrong a lot. But anyways, he's like, if I know who young Han Solo is in the new Han Solo movie, would you guys be interested? And Chris Miller, one of the co-directors, said, I would, especially since we haven't started casting yet. So, I thought that was great, and I thought this would be a good time to talk about who we'd like to see as young Han Solo.
That's great. We're looking at the tweet right now.
Yeah.
I love how Phil Lord and Chris Miller have been they've been attached to 15 different movies, and now
Lego Movie boosted them. So they had done good stuff before then. Lego Movie boosted.
But then they were supposed to do the Flash. They got off that because of this.
Yeah.
So
you gotta think young too, because
how young?
Younger than Younger than young Harrison Ford.
Well, Harrison Ford was almost 40 when he played him.
No, wasn't he 34 when he first played him?
Maybe he was 35. Yeah.
I think he was 34 when he first played him.
So
you got to go for 25, somewhere around there. I'm trying to think of someone that could pull off the role that's younger.
The only one I want to see would be Chris Pratt.
No, he's the same age as he was in New Hope.
To be honest, I don't want to see anyone playing Han Solo.
I don't either. No one should ever play a role that Harrison Ford's played before. But seriously, Blade Runner reboot, don't have.
The only people I know that are younger
Harrison
than that
Ford's
are
character.
Miles Teller, but no.
No, he's he's 28,
Yeah,
so he
he's 28.
could. But I don't want him.
Everyone wants that kid from the Kingsman, who I wasn't very impressed with.
I didn't see Kingsman, so I can't say anything about him.
You're not you wouldn't be that impressed. I hated his accent.
What about how old's that guy here?
Ryan Reynolds?
You gotta think of he's 40.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah.
Who you looking at? Dane DeHaan?
No.
I hate
No.
Alec Russell.
I'm trying to see how old he is.
I'll tell you right there.
No, it doesn't.
I'm trying to think of who it is.
He's 27.
He don't look like Han Solo at all.
No one looks like Harrison Ford. Maybe Alex Russell. He was one of the leads in Chronicle.
I don't want anyone to have anything to do with what Josh Trank did.
What? No, Chronicle was great, and you loved it the first time you saw it.
I really liked it. I didn't love it.
Yeah, you did. You really liked it, and then after that, you hated Michael B. Jordan for some reason because people started talking about him. You were like, "Oh, he sucks."
No, he just did one movie. Everyone fell in love with him. I was like, why?
Yeah, and then that made you hate the movie for some reason, even though you used to love it, and then you started hating on Josh Trank. It was like, okay.
I have a reason. Josh Trank's.
Well, yeah, from what I heard Josh Trank did, that was not very good. But I think Alex Russell maybe. That's the only person I could think of.
No, I don't like the way he looks.
Oh, well, who would you choose? You're choosing 50-year-olds.
Ian. I choose Ian myself to play Han Solo.
You'd be terrible.
Hey, I'd do it. That'd be awesome.
Who would you choose? Who would you choose?
I'm trying to think. Who's a young actor? Oh, look at the young Cyclops. Look up young Cyclops.
No, not his look.
Oh, I haven't seen his look.
You want to talk
guy
about?
kept playing Nightcrawler.
Oh gosh.
Hugh Jackman.
Who would you choose?
I don't know. There's no one out there that looks like him.
You gotta think of someone, just anyone. Manu Bennett.
No. There's no one. Tom Cruise.
Tom
Cruise can look any age.
He can. He's Harrison Ford is 6'2". He's so short.
There's just no good casting out there for me.
I guess that does it. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't want anyone playing, but even if I have my choice, I can't really think of it. Alex Russell's the only person I can think of, and I still don't really want him either. But yeah, so I asked people to ask us questions about Arrow on Twitter since we got the first picture released.
Did they ask?
They asked about pretty much everything but Arrow, and a little bit of Arrow. First up...
Well, you guys suck.
The questions are only from Danny and King Shark. So
you guys are the best, even though you don't understand how to ask a question about what he told you to ask about.
Anyways, first one I'll be answering is what are your thoughts about this, and it's a picture about the Rotten Tomatoes score saying how Batman and Robin has 1% better than Fantastic Four. We didn't see Fantastic Four.
Nope.
Heard it was a mess, so no thoughts on that.
All I can tell you, Batman and Robin is a terrible movie.
And what are your predictions for Season 4 and Season 5 of Arrow?
I'm really thinking it's going to get canceled after this season.
If it's not good, it will.
I'm really starting to think Arrow's going to get canceled. Because I do not see the writers changing. Because even the Flash, you can notice, like, the Flash's first season was really good, and now they're trying to do the exact same thing Arrow did. So, Season 4, obviously he's going to become the Green Arrow this season, and Star City's...
They need to fully embrace that.
But my problem with Starling City is, I mean, you look at the comics, and, I mean, even you look at Gotham. Gotham has, like, what, 2 heroes at the max, or 3? They have all the sidekicks, but, you know, they don't have full-on heroes. I mean, look how many people are going to be in Star City now. You have Green Arrow, you're going to have whoever Diggle is, you're going to have, what's her name?
Diggle's going to be Guardian.
Who's Guardian?
No one you need to concern yourself with.
He
was like, he had a big deal during, like, Death of Superman, Cadmus, and stuff.
You have the pathetic excuse
but
for
he's
Black
a different
Canary.
Guardian.
And you have, like, Wildcat. And you have all these other people in the city. You have the Atom, although he's left.
Yeah, but you gotta think, Wildcat's not doing anything. Atom's gone. But yeah, that's what was my big problem with Season 3. There are way too many heroes. But we're not talking about what we want for Season 4 yet. Talking about what do you think's gonna happen.
Like, okay, predictions.
We have Damien Dark as our villain.
Is anyone gonna die?
They'll get stabbed through the abdomen and then heal.
I hated
Because of
that!
magic snow. So I don't really have a prediction for Season 4. I think they're gonna keep Felicity throughout.
No.
You think they're gonna kill it?
They're gonna kill that. They ain't gonna kill her, but they're gonna kill that.
I think if they if they break up, it won't be till at like the season finale.
I think it'll be sooner than that.
You think it will?
I think it'll be when he comes like back to Starling City.
Oh,
like
maybe she might get all pissed about
like,
it.
like after like a few days, after like a few episodes, they're gonna like, we can't do this anymore.
Okay, the next question is actually from my third person. 52 is new. Asks, what are your thoughts of Arrow's new costume for Season 4?
I love it.
It's amazing.
A lot
It's
better than
great.
the other one.
It's Green Arrow. I love it.
Oh, yeah, you know, get him that goatee.
He said he said they won't ever let him. But yeah. Let's see. What from Danny? When do you think Arrow will end and why? They said they were gonna go 5 seasons.
That's what they said their goal was, yeah.
Yeah, but now if they keep getting ratings, they're gonna go till they get canceled. They're just gonna keep going, because they are one of CW's top shows right now.
I want them to only go 5 seasons and stop, but my head tells me they're only gonna go 4 seasons because I think this season's gonna be trash.
You think it's gonna be
Like
Season 3?
how Season 3 was just absolute garbage. I mean, how many more Batman storylines can they pull? I mean, come on, like.
Well, like Season 1 was a Green Arrow storyline. Then after that, they're like, screw that. Season 2 was just like very little borrowing from Green Arrow. Like, very little.
And then what about Season 3?
Season 3 was all Batman.
So, I mean, there's just...
Like, I don't know. And then the next question is, let's see, what are your thoughts on this? Which is, someone tweeted, Black Canary and Green Arrow is not iconic. Iconic is Clark and Lois and Weston Allen and soon to be Felicity. Felicity won't ever be iconic.
Nope.
Ever. Black Canary and Green Arrow are iconic, but no one's as iconic as Lois and Clark because they're the original. You can't compare any couple to it. Like,
No.
it's just not fair.
But definitely Lois and Clark, there ain't no one that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, like, you can't touch that, and that's not just because I'm a Superman fan.
Everyone knows Lois
Like,
and Clark.
there's
Even
no-
though now in the comics it's Wonder Woman and what do you
Which
call
is
it?
so stupid, but yeah, definitely Black Canary and Green Arrow are iconic. They're up there with them and Dick and Babs, I would say, are on the same level.
Did you see why Lois Lane revealed Superman's identity to the world?
I haven't read issue 43 yet. I'm going to,
Okay,
so don't spoil
I
it.
won't tell you why she did.
Next time I go to the comic shop, I'm going to buy it. And if he doesn't have it there, I'm going to have to get it digital. Anyways, thoughts on the first 2 photos from Arrow Season 4 being Felicity. I only saw one, which was the picture of, like, her at the desk. Did you see it?
Guess what? Who is it? Danny?
Yeah.
No one cares.
No, he hates Felicity.
Well, no one cares about Felicity. Don't ask about it. I hope she dies.
I don't know why there's so many people. Yes, like that's what we'll get to in a second.
If she dies,
I honestly like the pictures. I don't care at all about like.
Every time I see Felicity, I just like want to kill her.
And our last question, which is nothing Arrow related, was: do you think we are one step closer to having Hawkeye as his comic counterpart? Linking the photo of the new Hawkeye concept art.
No.
Yeah, because Joss Whedon kind of threw that out the boat.
Yeah.
Like that was throw that out the boat. I don't know. Yeah, like. It was just he gave him a family and all that crap, and it was like this isn't Hawkeye.
He's never gonna be Hawkeye from the comics. Even they asked him if he's gonna wear a mask. He says he's not wearing a mask.
Yeah, I want Matt Fraction Hawkeye,
but
Matt Fraction Hawkeye doesn't wear a mask.
We better
either.
get Wolverine with a mask in this last.
We're not
movie.
talking about that right now. We'll do that on a completely separate episode or something. But yeah, Hawkeye. I honestly don't know. It depends where the Russo brothers want to go. Like Matt Fraction Hawkeye is a definitive Hawkeye to me, and that Hawkeye is just amazing. He's like, it's so good, and I want that Hawkeye, but I know we're not going to get it. But, yeah, I don't know. I think they're still just going to stick with the cinematic Hawkeye. His costume looks way better, but I don't think we're going to get the comics
his
Hawkeye.
costume looks cooler.
And, yeah, now, what do you want? What do you want for Arrow Season 4?
What I want?
Yes.
I want Felicity to get killed in the first episode. Like, I don't even want it to be a cool death. Like, I just want her to get, like, shot, like, out of nowhere.
Just like they're holding hands. Or no, it's like right after where season 3 ended, where, you know, they're driving off. It resumes, and then boom, bullet to the head.
No, what I want to happen.
Turns out John Hamm from Wet Hot American Summer shot
her. I just want her to die. Like, really bad. I just want her to die.
You're not the only one.
I want Laurel to die. I want most of the characters in the show to die. So we can
Who
get
are
back.
most of the characters?
I want everyone. Only people I want to see in the show right now are Diggle and Arrow. I want them to get back.
You don't want Roy back?
He's not in the show anymore.
Yeah, but do you want him back?
I take Roy back.
Because this is what you want in the show.
Yeah, I take Roy back. But I really want to get back to like the season 1 feel, where it was Arrow and Diggle, and it was like it was really
going down
cool.
the list. That was great.
Yeah, and now there's too many characters. There's too many storylines. It's like, come on.
There's way too many characters. My thing is, I want them to make Black Canary a good character. I love Black Canary in the comics, and the Arrow, she sucks. I hate Laurel so much. I love Sarah. Now Laurel did get better at the end of season 3.
She did. That's because they didn't give her very much screen time.
Because, like, I don't know what is with them, but they can't write female characters. Like, Laurel and Felicity, for some reason, always have to have tears in their eyes when they talk.
Moira was good.
Moira was great, but they killed her off. They're like, we can't have a good female character, boom. And our cool male characters we can't even show. Let's give them little screen time. It's like, what's wrong with you? For season 4, I want them to fully embrace Green Arrow. Go Judd Winnick Green Arrow. Go Mike Grell Green Arrow. I don't care. Just go Green Arrow. I think they should go Judd Winnick Green Arrow because they've already gone there before with like season 1.
Their main issue with season 4 is going to be who the villain is because no one's heard of Damien Dark.
Well, yeah, like the general public don't know.
And that's what they had. That's what they had good. Like the first season, who was the big Malcolm Merlin? You didn't
no one
know
knew
who he was.
They
did such a good job making him cool.
So they could easily do it again. They got a good actor for it.
I love Malcolm. My only problem with Malcolm is they're overusing him like Loki now. Like he's just kind of like.
He's the one good villain we still got right now.
He's always around. Like that guy would be dead by now. Like you would kill that guy with how he's been. But he's always like conniving. And it's kind of like
he's rage now. He was the best part of season 3.
I'm still waiting for Tommy to come back.
Yeah.
They made Deathstroke a little baby in season 3. You talk about
terrible.
Degrading his character even more.
It was terrible. It took a whole season to beat him before. Now it took one episode.
One episode they beat him. I mean. Yeah, like in season 2 they had Deathstroke, season 3 they had Rachel Gold, and 4 Damien Dark. Who the heck is Damien Dark?
No one knew who Merlin was. Like seriously, if you're talking about the general public and you had said Merlin before Arrow season 1, everyone would be like, the magician? No one knew who Merlin was. True. So it doesn't matter. Like I think Damien Dark can be good. What
does he do?
What? He's the leader. He's gonna be the leader of like Hive and all that, which is the thing that like makes me mad because I want him back for this would have been the perfect time for Deathstroke to first appear. Like season 2 was way too quick bringing him in.
They did. They brought him in way too fast.
Like in season 4, get rid of flashbacks. No need. No one cares anymore. Slade's gone. That was literally the only reason I cared.
They said that's what they're doing 5 seasons.
I know, but I'm saying this is what I want. Take that away. Have Felicity die like 3 episodes before the mid-season finale. No one will see that coming. Don't have it at a mid-season finale. Don't have it at a season finale. Have it like 3 episodes before the mid-season finale. No one will see that coming. Make it a good villain that kills her. Don't have it be some random street thug or some crap like that. Have Slade come back and do his... That's what I would really want. I want Slade to come back, keep his promise, kill her, and then disappear or something since he's not the villain of season 4.
I'm still telling you, who the only character I can see killing Felicity is Tommy.
Tommy coming back and killing Felicity?
That's the only character I can see killing Felicity.
Yeah, I want make Black Canary awesome, because right now she sucks. I hate Laurel. I hate her. Season 1 Laurel was alright. Season 2 Laurel was annoying and wouldn't shut up about Tommy. Season 3 Laurel was a pain, and then towards the end she got alright.
They need to just focus back on Arrow. There's too many storylines.
Yes, way too many other characters. Diggle, that's...
And then, one thing I got mad about the last few seasons is the police department keeps flipping on, we're with the Arrow, we're against the Arrow. We're with the Arrow, we're against the Arrow. We're with them, we're against... And, like, it's like, come on. Like, the end of the season, right, they were with them now. Like, they need to, like, just
Well, that was because of Sarah.
No one stays dead in the Arrow universe, either.
Tommy stayed dead.
He's not dead.
Well, you don't know that.
Leave a
As
comment.
of now, he's dead.
He's not dead.
As of this very day, he
He's
is
not
dead. He is deader than dirt.
It's like Sarah is, right?
Well, hon, he is dead right now.
I hope they kill Thea, too.
Yeah, 'cause that was cool when Raish came in and killed her, and then she came straight back.
Yep.
That was cool, though, that scene with, like, smashed her on the table.
And then they made Raish a retard in the end when he fought,
So stupid. But anyway, we already talked about Season 3. Talking about what we want for Season 4.
I want Felicity dead. I want Thea dead. I want Black Canary to be a lot better, and I want it to focus on Arrow and not have so many storylines.
So you want a lot of people to die.
Yes.
Can't say I disagree. But yeah, they need to fully embrace the Green Arrow. That's what they need to do, and that, like, not be caught in their whole CW crap.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem. So, like, we need a love story. You don't need Felicity. No one cares. No one well, you still have, like, a lot of people that like it for some reason, which I don't know how after how bad Season 3 was.
I honestly have no idea how you people like. If any of the people listening like Felicity, I don't know how you like Felicity.
Like, people were begging for it, and then they got it, and it's terrible.
Yeah, that's why everyone was hoping she was gonna die, and that was like the no. I don't know. She's just. Ugh. I just get mad when I think of Felicity.
Not the only one. Anyways, we're gonna end the podcast now. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to rate it on iTunes and all that stuff, because that helps other people find the podcast, and that's always a good thing. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.